Sans innovation, nos économies ne pourraient pas atteindre les objectifs escomptés. Entre ce que fait la Fondation et ce que nous faisons au Maroc, il y a vraiment des atomes crochus, des choses qui se ressemblent et qui nous ont permis de dessiner l'avenir ensemble et de voir ce que nous pouvons organiser. Alors, comme chacun sait, l'innovation est décisive pour le développement de notre continent. Sans innovation, nos économies ne pourraient pas atteindre les objectifs escomptés. Nous avons un continent merveilleux, avec des taux de croissance qui font rougir les Occidentaux, tous les pays développés, et qui nous permet déjà de nous démarquer sur ce plan-là. Néanmoins, sans innovation, sans capacité de production particulière avec de la vraie création de valeur, eh bien, nous allons avoir quelques difficultés à atteindre les points de PIB additionnels dont nous avons besoin. L'édition 2015, et pour la Fondation, celle que nous vivons aujourd'hui, est extrêmement riche en variété et en présence. Nous avons 925 candidatures, lorsque la précédente avait atteint 903. Donc je crois que le rendez-vous du Maroc n'a pas été décevant, bien au contraire. Elle regroupe 41 pays africains. Nous avons 10 finalistes. Donc rappelez-vous, nous partons de 925 candidatures, 10 finalistes. Lorsqu'on est seul, je crois qu'on ne bip sur aucun radar. Lorsqu'on a une invention d'exception qui est faite dans un appartement, un sous-sol caché, eh bien, elle est souvent merveilleuse, mais elle reste confidentielle. Et lorsqu'elle en vaut la peine, il faut qu'on se mobilise pour lui donner toutes ses chances. Et c'est une des raisons pour laquelle nous avons organisé ensemble cette journée et que nous avons mis en place cette plateforme.
We have then created or had an idea to create a product which we call the Innovation Prize for Africa, because we wanted to create the African innovation spirit. We thought that this is the first thing which needs to be done. We wanted to give the chance to young Africans, also older Africans, because age is not a criterion, to express themselves through innovation and make sure that these innovations are done for the African population, so that they have a voice. Because we were taught that everything which comes from outside is better, and we wanted to prove that it's not the case. That we have the ability and the capacity to innovate also in Africa. That the African innovation has also two other little babies, and these two other babies are the African Law Library, which is an initiative which we have started 2 years ago, and which has as an objective to collect all the laws of Africa and to give free access to all Africans to their laws. And then we have the Social Impact Program, and the Social Impact Program has as an objective to for institutional investor or states to create a kind of a social impact program and strategies for them, and then to implement them. I would like to thank the esteemed judges for all the efforts over the last few months to select from 1,000 applications down to 10, and then having to do this difficult job to judge and to find a winner and a runner-up and a social impact prize winner. I would also like to thank all the innovators for the courage and their dedication they have towards innovation. As in Africa, innovation doesn't have the same support as in other countries. Si vous êtes intéressé aux 10 participants, ils sont tous ici, ils sont tous là. And the innovators, please all innovators stand up. The nominees of the IPA. Je peux vous dire que c'était des innovations fantastiques.
Welcome to this unique gathering here. You will experience a workshop for the coming hours, asking your full attention. So please, as a famous person recently told in a conference, please move your body and stretch your mind. Be you, those unique individuals you are, nearly 7 billion people on this globe, but none is like the other. We all have a different DNA, and yet we want to see that you are taken by a virus called innovation, and that is what this idea machine is all about.
Africa unites, Africa united, Africa unites. We're moving right out of Babylon, and we go into our father's land.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me the greatest pleasure to welcome you to tonight's gala dinner, where we are unveiling the winners of the Innovation Prize for Africa in its 5th chapter since its launch. I'd like to say, Anajit Saida, Bi Hodorikom, Shukran.
Messieurs les ministres, messieurs les ambassadeurs, mesdames et messieurs, chers amis, je voudrais vous dire juste un mot. D'abord, la bienvenue au Royaume du Maroc, votre pays. Vous êtes ici dans un pays ami qui a l'honneur d'organiser avec la fondation créée et présidée par Jean-Claude Bastos, mon ami Jean-Claude, que je salue et que je félicite pour le parcours qu'il a réalisé jusqu'à présent. Je voudrais aussi le remercier d'avoir accepté d'organiser la 4e édition au Maroc et de dire à tout un chacun un grand merci d'être présent et mes félicitations pour les 925 participants à cette édition ô combien importante qui regroupe, nous dit-on, 41 pays.
It is a great pleasure to welcome you in the name of the board of the African Innovation Foundation and its staff to this important event under the patronage of His Royal Highness, the King of Morocco, and organized in common with the Minister of Industry, Trade, Investment and Digital Economy. We deeply thank our partners here in Morocco to celebrate African ingenuity together. Reading our AIF activities, please retain 3 words: inspire, engage, transform. INSPIRE stands for mobilizing the African innovation spirit by promoting African ingenuity. Our flagship is the Innovation Prize for Africa, commonly launched with UNECA in 2011 and first time celebrated in 2012. And I have the privilege to welcome here the former head of UNECA, UN Economic Commission for Africa, Abdoulaye Diané, who joined us this evening. Thank you, Abdoulaye, because without you and your outreach support, we would not be where we are today. We also got thanks to him the endorsement of the African Ministers of Finance to promote these innovative ideas and the prize. Engage stands for engaging in local empowerment and income generation through social impact sourcing programs, mainly in Angola. Transform stands for making laws and governance knowledge in and for Africa electronically accessible, freely accessible. The e-library on African laws and governance is an ongoing program since 2 years and is about to make not only great progress, but to really go far. We at AIF, at the board and in the staff, we want to release untapped potential in Africa, driving pragmatic African-led solutions. I thank you all for your attention and support, for your coming here to attend this very particular event with a rich program on stage. You are all winners this evening, and yet I am sure you will soon applaud to the amazing works done by the nominees. You find them all in the brochure on your table. And then, of course, the jury will disclose the winners for this year, our 4th edition of the prize. Please enjoy this evening at this wonderful place in a great country of high-standing hospitality. Thank you and good luck.
Hey, hey.
Without further ado, I'd like to introduce you to our next speaker. We are actually not going to have a speech, we're going to have a conversation. He is an entrepreneur, he is a value investor, he is a proud African, and he is the reason we are here tonight. Please welcome warmly Mr. Jean-Claude Bastos de Moraes. So Jean-Claude, everybody knows who you are, but maybe what people don't know is why you do the things that you do. Of all the initiatives that somebody can support in Africa, you know, people are investing in infrastructure, healthcare, education. You said innovation. Why?
Well, I have to say that I also invest in healthcare and infrastructure. But I also invest in innovation because I think it's key to inspire. It's key to create the new spirit of Africa, because I believe that one thing which is core is that the young people, as well as all Africans, can see what we are able to do if you believe in something. I think that the core thing there is that everybody believes that Africa is waking up and have the momentum so that everybody now runs after entrepreneurship, innovation.
This idea has come into fruition. It's the 5th edition. What's the journey forward? What next? You've now unearthed so much talent. You're investigating so many potential projects. What's the next big thing?
Yeah, right now we have been able to create the African innovation spirit and kind of inspire some of the innovators. And the next thing is in my opinion, they have now been able to kind of fly or have had the chance to be visible and have had the chance to dream. But now comes the complicated phase, because in the next phase is where you have to really be able to replicate, multiply what you have done, and that's where the innovation ecosystems are needed. And so I think the next big challenge is creating a variety of African ecosystems focusing on innovation or others. You can go via clustering, thematic ecosystems, or you can go horizontal, focusing on innovation purely, but I think that's the big next thing.
My name is Daniel Bonsu. I'm a student in Ashesi University in Ghana. I'm 21 years, and I just have a belief that students' interests, hobbies, and talents can become drivers of social change. We are hopeful because we see our colleagues and our friends come up with so many great ideas, and then we wonder, we ask ourselves questions like, we actually have this potential in Africa. We actually have these questions, we actually have these kind of mind-probing questions to ask. Then we think about it, and then we think about how there's so much hope. So hearing this from our fellow colleagues makes us believe that we have a network that can be able to inspire social change.
My hope is in you. I want to spirit that is sky, so much we can do. My hope is in you. If you take your love and fly away, I know you'll make it through. My hope is in you. Innovation. We hope. My hope is in you. I want your spirit that is sky, so much we can do. My hope is in you. If you take your love and fly away, I know you'll make it through. 7 seconds away, just as long with us stay. I'll be waiting. It's not a second, 7 seconds away. Just as long with us stay. I'll be waiting.
Ultimately, we are here to unveil to you the winners of the Innovation Prize for Africa 2015. We have 10 nominees from across sub-Saharan Africa. All of them have demonstrated ingenuity. We want to introduce them to you, and we want to showcase their work and just pay tribute to the dynamism of their ideas. So I'd like to welcome onto stage the 10 nominees to come and join us on stage. And ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate them and pay tribute to them. Now, ladies and gentlemen, these are the 10 nominees. They do not go home empty-handed. They'll be presented with a certificate by way of recognizing their work and contribution, and a very modest token to help you develop that idea further.
What we're looking for was African innovations that solve big African problems. And I think I must say that this year the standard has been very high. All of the participants should really be congratulated for having entered. There were great ideas that were entered, but at the end of the day, we're to find that one idea that stands out, that represents the fact that Africans can be able to develop innovations that address their own problems.
and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce to you our first prize for the evening. It is a special prize for innovations that have had significant social impact. The winner for the special prize for social impact is
Leslie Erica Scott.
Overwhelmed. I'm honored. Thank you. And just to say, women can do it. From Africa. So Smart Spot is about qualifying or checking the diagnosis that is made on machines for tuberculosis. So TB is a big problem. It's a global health problem, and specifically in Africa, and especially among patients that are HIV and TB co-infected. But the problem is when these technologies are rolled out and used in clinics and laboratories, there's no way of checking the accuracy of these tests before you can run a patient specimen on them. And this is where SmartSpot fills the gap.
the second prize winner for the Innovation Prize for Africa 2015.
Alex Mauro.
Thank you so much for this. It's quite an honor, and I didn't believe I made it here, and now I don't believe I have this either, so it's very humbling. Thank you.
My innovation solves the problem of lack of access to financing by small-scale farmers all across Africa. We have created the first platform in Africa that allows investors to put money into small-scale agriculture and share the profits that come out of it with the farmers. And our model enables this sort of relationship to happen without the farmer needing to take this money as a loan, which would typically create a lot of barriers for him.
The grand prize, the winner of the Innovation Prize for Africa in 2015 is
Mr. Adnan Ramal.
Ladies and gentlemen, $100,000 US, the grand prize winner of the Innovation Prize for Africa.
Mon innovation est en relation avec l'usage des antibiotiques dans l'aliment de bétail. La solution que nous avons mise au point est une composition à base de composés naturels qui ont une activité antimicrobienne supérieure aux antibiotiques, qui remplacent les antibiotiques dans l'aliment de bétail sans participer à la création de germes résistants.
Thank you for coming from all corners of Africa to help us celebrate African ingenuity in style. Thank you.
Man Youssou Ndour maa ngi woo bépp doomu Afrique ñu bokk xalaat bokk gis-gis bokk yéene sans frontière boole sunu am te liggéey waratuñu nangu kenn ñëw di ñu feewale bul jiite réew foog ne la fa nekk yow yaa ko moom njiit bu dëgër dala war a fekk nga bëgg sa réew te sàkku ndimbal nekk fekk loxol borom we Africa bu jant bi fenkee waaw na la fekk jóg ak sa jumtukaay bëccëg bi gaaw na ñett du bëre te ñaar manqué na waaw yoon wi sore na te metti na nañu ko waaja. Thank you very much. Merci beaucoup. C'est un grand plaisir pour nous de venir ici encourager l'innovation. L'Afrique, c'est pas demain, l'Afrique, c'est maintenant. C'est le continent où on consomme énormément. Nous voulons aussi faire consommer nos choses à l'Occident, à l'autre reste du monde. Merci Jean-Claude, merci professeur, merci beaucoup.
What a lady.